Hello, guys. How you guys doing? Welcome. I'm just getting set up here. Had a late phone call, so give me a couple seconds, and I'll give you some people some time to come in as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a month, huh? October. Happy Halloween for those of you that are popping in. This is a live chat, so you can always come in and talk or ask questions. If it's pertaining to what we're going to talk about today, then I'll ask, or answer it pretty much immediately. But if it is not, then it'll hold off till the end. So for those of you that like to ask questions or share, immediately after this at noon, I am doing a Halloween all about spirits and ghosts and should we fear them, should we not, what it's about, what is residual energy, that kind of a thing, and some actually true life stories about my experience with paranormal and supernatural. So let's get started. So this is a collective. I am going to lower this down just a little bit so you guys can see the table just a little bit. Yes, I'm in my leather shop once again. And this is going to probably be my home for a while, but we're going to get started. So this is a collective for the month of November. I've already looked into some of the astrology. Boy, we've got a month coming up. It's in Scorpio. We got the new moon in Scorpio and then the full moon in Taurus. A lot of energies going on there. So we're going to see what the reading has to say for you as a collective now. For those of you who did go and see their last couple of weeks of October, intense, isn't it? It was very intense. And so sometimes we have to go through the hard stuff to get to the good stuff. Sometimes we have to really learn a lesson or go through something, a challenge, a valley, a struggle, or something like that to really learn the hard stuff. But then we figure it out, and then it brings our rewards and our blessings. So that's sort of going to continue, I hate to say it, into November as far as astrology. There is a new moon on the 4th. So if you want to learn more about what's going to happen, probably I'll share a little bit in this reading, but on the 4th, there is a new moon. I don't know what day that is, and I don't know what day I have off, but I'm going to do a new moon reading, and that'll share with you for the month of November. So definitely want to look into that. So I appreciate you guys coming and seeing what your reading is for today. For the month of November. And again, happy Halloween for those that are just coming in. This is interactive. You can, again, ask questions or tell me your, whatever you need. Anyway, please listen to the reading, though, if you do have questions, because hopefully the answers will come in the reading for you. Otherwise, I will be doing your sign readings here. Whoops, coming soon. All right. All right, so let's get to go. Well, yeah, that's definitely part of it. Okay, so I'm not going to use both. I'm not going to use both oracles today. I might pull an oracle for clarification a little bit later, but I'm going to do this reading a little bit different because it's collective. So most of you guys that have watched my readings before, you're going to see me pick a card, oracle for divine. Then you're going to see me pick a current energy and a future energy, and then we go into the reading about that and do a bunch of clarifying, right? So this one, I'm getting the energy for the month of November, and I'm actually pulling it from the Divine's deck. So a lot of you guys know I have the Divine card. It's his deck. It is the only deck I use for that because this is his message to you. So this is the message for the month of November. But I'm going to tell you right now, knowing some of the astrology already that I do for November, it's right on key, guys. It's right on key with that Scorpio energy. So we have the number 10 in numerology. Then we have the number 6. Okay, so something is ending for a bunch of you guys and something is going to beginning. Oh my gosh, I just wish I could just blurt everything that's in my head because there is a lot of things ending for somebody out there, and it could be somebody's, a lot of them, but this is going to bring a newness. This is going to bring a new energy, a new intention. This is going to be a good thing because it's like starting over. Now you have a second chance to start over and make a better decision or a better choice, or you're wiser to make another choice. Okay. So, and that is your close encounters. Okay. There's 2 cards here. So this is the first card that hit, and this is the first card out. The divine is saying, I'm going to show you something new. But remember, whatever has gone, you've got to let go of that, because if you don't let go, I can't show you this new thing, whatever, or new person, whatever it is. So some of you might have been going through a job change and you're, like, man, I really like my job. There's some reason that time, that season is done. So it's time to move on to something better, learn something new, learn something fresh, or share something. So as we know, each lesson we do in a close encounter, this is a transformation process. Butterflies are all about transformation. This is all about growing. This is about leaving something and something new coming in. Number 6, this is the second card. I can't make this up, you guys. I can't. I really can't. The number 6 is about your progress, about growing. What is that there? Let it go. This energy from October is carrying over into November, especially in astrology. However, it's going to be more intense. And some things you're later, I'm not going to go into that, but later in that month, you're going to have such an intensity, you're going to want to speak out or do something. Really be careful, because that's not what you want to do. Because the energies of Scorpio, and then we've got, gosh, I wrote some notes down. Oh, we've got the eclipse, the lunar eclipse coming in. That has a trine coming into it. And that means there's some intense words, some tense in control, trying to get something into control, and you're not having control of it. So you want to say or do something. No, because it's very intense and you're going to regret it. You don't want to regret anything. And plus, you want to do everything in love anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and do a spread here. So those are your energies, and this is what Divine is saying. Hey, I've got something new for you, but you got to let go of whatever you're holding on to. It's like are these upside down? Yes, I do this every time. This is like the 4 of Pentacles energy. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles is about holding on to something that you need to release. As a lot of the times, Pentacles are about money, about things that you hold on to that really don't matter to Divine. They don't. Because the thing is, if you can't, put it this way, if you want to really think about a spiritual life rather than a secular life, if you can't take it with you, it doesn't matter. So if you are disrespectful, if you are mean, if you are a bully, or if you've got good integrity, good morals, those things go with you, guys. And I'll share that in the Halloween video at noon. But definitely those things go with you. Your car doesn't go with you. The person doesn't go with you. The, house doesn't go with you. The car doesn't go with you. Those kind of things. So letting go of material things of the first dimension is what Divine is saying. It's worthless to me up here, out here, wherever, he's energy. So he's everywhere. He's omniscient. He can be everywhere at once. And I could tell you about that too, but not in this video. All right. So anyway, so somebody's got some huge decisions to make this coming month. I don't know what that is, but we definitely are in a quandary about something. And this is sort of not a little decision. This is a big decision. This is something you're going to try to talk to somebody about. However, you're talking to the wrong person, because they are not Divine. Okay. When we talk to our friends and family, we sort of get an idea. Not a problem. We all have to do it, right? But the thing is, you're getting a first dimensional opinion, a limited opinion, because this is limited. Divine is not limited. But we have the two of Swords is your first card out. And with that being the first card out, there's some decisions that you're going to need to make. And if we go back to the original oracles, it's going to either bring something together or it's going to blow it apart. You hear me say this all the time. But because we have the 2 and the 6, somebody is learning a lesson that is sort of being learned the hard way. Okay. And that's out of either pride, stubbornness. You don't want to let go. I don't know who that is. Okay. That could be me, because I'm a Virgo, and Virgos can be pretty stubborn. Okay. And they also like to have some type of control because they're analyzing everything. Okay. But this is something that but whatever choice you make with whatever this decision is, it's a transformation process. And you're like, well, what if I make the right choice? What if I make the wrong choice? The choice that you make is called free will. And whichever choice it is, you will find out if it is the right choice or the wrong choice. However, the good thing about a choice is you can go back and change it, because nothing, if it doesn't have to do with death, you can go and change it. because it didn't kill you, then you can go and change it. Same with somebody. If somebody's wronged somebody, you can't change the wrong. You can't make it that it never happened, but you can go back and right the wrong again. So that is something that's going to be happening. So somebody is definitely going to need to right some wrongs in November, because we got holidays coming up, and that is a real fun time for a lot of families. And the thing is, there's a lot of fighting that goes on. You don't have to fight. Why do people fight? You know, it's a matter of difference of opinion, and whether you agree to disagree, you just don't talk about that if you're going to have a butting of the heads. Why we have a butting of the heads is communication. This is coming towards the two of swords. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is all about communication. He's coming towards, he wants to do it in love. He wants to do it in romance. He wants to bring this message forward. He wants you to help you make a decision for a better life, or a better husband, better house, better job, whatever. He's trying to give that. He's giving his perspective, but it's like some of you are going to say, I don't go with that. I don't want to listen to that. And some of you are going to say, oh, really? I didn't look at it in that way. Some of you are going to say that because this is about trying bringing balance back into your life for November. And it's going to be intense. It's going to be an intense time because this communication that wants to happen. Because again, some of you are going to want to stay in control. And when you don't stay in control, you don't feel balanced. Well, you're not balanced if you're trying to control everything. Okay, you're just not, because you can't let go of things. So this is a thing that's going on. So balance is not made for some of you in November because of the choice of having pride, ego, stubbornness, that kind of a thing going on. I don't know who that's for, but when you start to let go of those things and trying to be in control, you will actually see different perspectives of other people. You will be seeing things in a new light. You will be having close encounters of things that you never ever thought that you could have or do. You're going to see divine miracles happen because you're releasing that control. Or you're saying, you know what, I'm going to listen to what they have to say just because, I'm sort of curious what you have to say. But the other thing, what happens is that is a transformation process if you let go and say you're going to do that, because what happens is that your curiosity then opens a door. The Page of Cups is in the center of your reading. And what is the Page of Cups? It's not only a message, but it is more mature thinking. It is more of a mature spiritual attitude. Whether it's secular or spiritual, it's a more mature attitude. Okay. And it's more mature saying, okay, I'm going to listen because you know what? I know what my perspective is. And even though I'm going to be stubborn and stick to it, I'm going to listen to what they have to say. And before you know it, divine intervenes and gives you a soft heart and said, you know what, he might have a good idea, or he might have a point, or she might have a point, or I get now why they're doing what they're doing or what they're saying and why they're saying it. Because majority of what's happening is now your curiosity is wondering, you're opening a door to transform and have a new encounter. Okay, you're having a new encounter, which is growing to a different level. And then it creates not only that, it creates a newness, a oneness. This is the Magician. This is your next card out. It creates a oneness. Here's that newness that I was talking about. Now you can either allow it and that newness to come in, or you can bucket all you want and it won't come in because you're just too stubborn. I don't know who this is. I don't even know who's watching or who's out there. However, this is what the thing, the old has to let go to let new in. We talk about this in spirituality all the time. Okay. All the time. And the thing is that, you can manifest with the divine intervention to a point, because energy moves in the way that you operate. Okay. And that's what's going on here. This curiosity, this trying to make a decision, this trying to find something new, but somebody cannot let go of the betrayal. This is very interesting because I was listening to a speaker today. Then they talked about betrayal. It was, I don't know, maybe because I was supposed to hear the message before this. But and betrayal can be an interesting um, thing because you can look at it in two ways. Okay, when somebody betrays you, definitely, this is a manifestation. This is something that you're going to have to look at for the month of November. Somebody is going to feel that betrayal, that you'll never talk to them, never um, discuss with them, never anything. And when you shut somebody out like that, say if somebody betrayed me, I've had it happen. I'm a lot older than most of you guys, so it's happened quite a few times. However, in my secular life, I would cut them off. Nope, don't want to talk to them. Don't ever talk to me again. Never talk to them again. But in my spiritual life, it's like, okay, you betrayed me. However, there is going to be a boundary now. I'm not going to push you away, cut you off, do anything like that. Yes, it hurt me because I invested time. I invested my emotions. I invested everything in you. And you took advantage of it or whatever it was. However, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to keep my arms open. If you ever want to come back as a person and a friend. Now, what I mean by friend is that I will allow them to a certain point. Because if you shut somebody off like a secular person does, you shut them off. Nope, never going to do it again. Not going to give them a second chance. Nope, not. And if you do that, you have just told that person that they cannot grow and change. Okay? They cannot grow and change. But if you say, okay, from a spiritual side, then I will let it go. I will say, you know what, you need to go and find yourself, go and do whatever you need to do, because that person then is going to have a close encounter with divine that they're never going to want to forget. And that close encounter is basically, that is sort of a spanking from the energies outside saying, you know what, you screwed up. And here's learning. And if they don't learn their lesson, they'll stay away. But if they learn their lesson, they'll be back to see you again. They will be back, or they will contact you, or they will text you, or they will email you, because you've left a door open for them to grow. You've basically said, I don't accept this poor behavior, this bad behavior right now. I'm going to let you go and figure it out. And if you really wake up and smell the roses and smell the coffee, you're probably going to come back and either apologize or say, and not want to discuss it, but try to amend things. That's going to happen. And here's what happens in the end. This is your what do you call it, challenge card. Remember, if you guys watch me, I always have the very end of your reading a challenge card. This is your challenge card because it is the 9 of Pentacles, and this is the door that you will either shut or open. For most of you, you will shut it and you don't want them back in. Now, if it's an abusive, physically abusive, that kind of a relationship, of course, you don't want to open that door. You've got to keep your antennas up. Definitely, if they tried to come back, that is something. And if they try to come back in a week, a few days, or even a couple months, no. You haven't done your homework. Divine hasn't showed you it. Divine hasn't spanked you, that kind of a thing. Don't come back here yet. Don't come back here. Don't even walk in my door yet. I'm not ready because you're not ready. That kind of a thing. But this is a spiritual walk. This is something different. This is not a secular walk. This is definitely somebody's just going to cut them off. Some of you guys have cut your family off. Some of you guys have cut friends off and just said, you know what? You betrayed me. I'm never going to do that. Now, here's the thing. Have you ever done something wrong? This is that close encounter. This is that butterfly, the transformation, so it can fly out. This is that Scorpio energy with the new moon coming in. This is November energy. Have you ever done something wrong and somebody cut you off? It goes both ways, guys. I don't know who this is for, but you can't expect and cut somebody off for something that you've already done. You have to let that energy go. That's a negative energy. That is a low vibrational energy. That is a bounding energy to the low vibration. And somebody's going to definitely keep themselves spinning in this low vibration. You'll come back to me in a month and say, you know what? Yeah, man, I just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over because you're just not getting it. You're living a secular first dimensional life. Okay. Very, very, very different. than a spiritual life. And I'm not going to share with you quite yet, but I have a new channel, Get Balanced 2020. If you look down below, Get Balanced 2020 is my secular channel. However, that's going to be changing to a spiritual channel because I am a spiritual being. I do all my decisions through spirit. And the thing is, I don't work well in the secular, and I mean, I can, but I'm going to be having that channel be changing to new videos to, it's called Transformation by Divine. And it's going to be more of how you can grow and walk and get through your challenges through, by the grace of God, and help with that. Okay. If you want to walk a spiritual life, that kind of a thing. And I'll tell you what, I've lived both, and my spiritual life is a lot more peaceful, a lot more tranquil, calm, because your thinking process is very different. Things don't matter to you as much anymore because you can't take it with you. All right. Anyway, let's get back on track. So some of you are going to actually have a really, really rough month trying to make this decision, whatever it is. Letting somebody back in. I'm going to say somebody doesn't want to let somebody back in. Just go to the spiritual side and say, you know what? If this is me, how would I like to be treated? Should I get a second chance? And why would I not give them a second chance? If they really truly changed and they did transform, or you transformed, why wouldn't you want to have a second chance? Because nobody stays the same. Nothing stays the same. This too shall pass. This moment shall pass, and it will never be the same. Just a second ago, that second will never be the same. Okay. So why shouldn't you be given? And also too, some of you are going to get really, really curious, because that's the center of your, some of you are, oh, thank you. So some of you are going to be so curious this month about a spiritual awakening. You want to learn more. You want to learn about the unknown world of the second dimension. You want to learn more about divine. You want to learn more about spirits and ghosts. You want to learn more about that. You want to learn, but somebody wants to learn it to grow their life to a higher level. Because you know why? Because this person is living in fear. I don't know who this is, but this person is living in fear. They're making all their decisions by fear, and that's what's keeping you low vibrational. Why? Because this is a time that you're wanting to stand up for yourself. This is a time that you want to stand up for your authentic you. This is where you are going to say, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I am. This is how I want to be, and I'm going to just do it. This is your freedom. This is Scorpio energy. This is the trine working this month in November. Okay. This is the trine coming together to break free. That's why in November, it's all about releasing and embracing. So the number 10, you're releasing and embracing. So that is somebody's energy. They're going to stand up for what they believe in. And I don't know what that is for that person. It could be very secular, first dimensional. It could be second dimensional. But it is also the number 7. It's about improving yourself. It is about bettering yourself. All right. Oh, do I have these up? I do this. I don't know what it is with me for this last month, but I've been turning the cards upside down. I'm trying to get an answer with that, why that's happening. For somebody, this decision has to do with a relationship and marriage. It's like your vision of this is not balanced. This marriage or this relationship that somebody is in November, it's like one person is really into the relationship and the other person not so much. But the person that's really into the relationship thinks the other person is in the relationship and they're not. It's like, oh, I really want to get married. I really want to, I think he's going to pop the question. I think he's going to do that. And in reality, it's not. For another person, it is. That is the thing. And you're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to marry this person or do you not? Okay, so that is a unity because we have the number 2 here. This is a unity. Okay. And we also have the number 10, something ending. Singleness ending. Marriage is a partnership. It definitely is about your future. Okay. I don't know what this is. I don't know who that is for. This also could mean that somebody is maybe having to move, or thinking about having to move to someone to do this. Okay, that's going to be a big decision for somebody. Lots of energies here. Lots of energies. They keep saying this betrayal. And the magician, okay, thank you. I'll say it. I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. So what I'm being told is the magician is in front of the betrayal. Do you see how this dude is facing the magician? Okay, whatever happened to this person, whoever this is, I don't know who's listening and this is for you. Whatever happened to this person, then what it means is that there was an illusion, there was some deceit, there was some reality check. Needed to have a reality check because what was being said was not what was being acted, or what was being acted was not being said. It was just like an illusion, like a fantasy, like they were playing games. And it sucks because, when people play games with other people's heart and relationship, that does major damage to people. Because again, then you don't want to let go and you think that the next person is going to be the same as the last person when that is not true at all. But because you're in your secular head, then you will think that that next person is going to be, because you just don't let go. You leave that garbage. You keep going to the cemetery and putting your tent up in the grave. You're just, rather than just putting flowers and leaving, you're just basically putting a tent there and living there, living in the past. That's what's going to keep somebody stuck. This energy in November is intense, guys, because when you hit to the middle of November, there is, because we have the full moon and the lunar eclipse happening, it definitely is going to be like you want to voice this, whatever is coming up to you guys, because with the Page of Wands, and then you've got wands about your future and about a relationship, somebody's going to really want to voice this. And then we're going to have that power again, that pride thing, that I want to have control. This is the energy of the planets coming in. There's a trine, there's an eclipse, and then there's the full moon, all at once. So what's going to happen is you're going to want to have control, and you think you're going to have control, but you've got to be careful how you move forward, because it's going to affect the future. So mean what you say and say what you mean, because you could blow your future up. Because sometimes we say things and then we go, oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. That's going to be the energy mid-month to the end of the month. So be really mindful, be really proactive in thinking first, speaking first. Thinking first, acting first. I don't know who that's for, but it's going to have to do with some kind of a relationship. And I'm probably going to say, because this is happening around Thanksgiving time, somebody's either going to blow up their family because they've said something wrong, done something wrong, was really negative, or they're going to bring this family together because it's a loving thing to do to keep the peace. But not only keep the peace, just say, you know what? Is it worth it? Thank you. He's saying, is it worth it? Can you take it with you? Then why are you fighting about it? Why are you fighting about it? Thank you. So he's saying also too, you cannot control anything outside of you. I have the control, he just said. I have that control, not you. So you can only control you in what you say, what you do, what's going on here in this week. You can only control your curiosity, your spiritual awakening, not anybody else's. You can only control your transformation, whatever is going to be happening, because you can, at the end of the month, these things that have been hard, these things that can really grow you, you are going to have the control to let it go. Nobody else has the control but you. Outside of you, he's saying, I control that. I control that. Okay? So anyway. All right. November is going to be an intense month. There's a lot of change, a lot of things happening, a lot. Scorpio energy is all over November. Not only Scorpio, who else do I have? Mercury. Oh yeah, Mercury's trining with 3. 3 planets. So it's like, okay, here we go. Mercury is about communication. Okay, so when you have Scorpio and you have Mercury together, booyah, you're going to have all kinds of explosions. And this is where you have to say, I can only control what I control for myself. Whatever they're doing doesn't matter because I can't control them. Okay. This is your card. I can only stand for what I can do. So back off. Not today, Satan, not today. Back off. No, I'm just joking. Come on now. All right. But it's true. All right, let's see here. Eight of Pentacles. Getting your ducks in a row, working hard, getting your ducks in a row, working on that transformation, working on bettering yourself, working on growing yourself, working on wondering, do I want to be secular? Do I want to think in the first dimension all the time? Do I want to make my decision in the first dimension? Do I want to make my decisions from my head or my spirit? Because if I make them from my head, here we go again. Here we go again. Because our head is only knowledge. Our spirit is wisdom. Big difference. It's really much easier life if you go by wisdom. But somebody's getting their duck in a row. Somebody's like saying, okay, I need to do this. Somebody's looking already to the next year and they're saying, I got to get my things in order here. Just like me, I'm trying to finish everything that I should have gotten done in this 2021. There's several things I still need to do, but it takes me to be proactive to do them or be reactive, not do them, and then live in that cesspool of low vibrational energies. Ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna actually get them done so that I can keep going up. All right. Queen of Pentacles again, and then the Hermit. The Hermit is definitely Virgo energies, analyzing energies, looking at everything, being mindful of the energies that are happening around you, and either stepping back. If they're a negative, low vibrational energy, step back. That's none of your business. You want to just stay away from that. Okay, because those low vibrational energies, like an energy vampire, will suck you in and then you'll go home drained. Got a couple of those at work. Definitely put my bubble on around me and say, you know what? Step back because I don't want you near me. But our auras do go further out. But if somebody's very low vibrational, usually their auras are in. Okay, so you want to stay a distance from those people, and definitely want to do that. But being aware of who the people are around you this year or this month, definitely, because you've got a decision to make. I don't know who this is for, whatever it is. Somebody's got a decision about a relationship, a celebration that wants to be a celebration. But again, if this is a relationship and you're having troubles, you need to get your ducks in a row and get those elephants out of the room right now. Because you're actually doing the Hermit energy is trying to analyze and make sure everything is in order. Because these Scorpion energies are really heavy and they're going to pound you and they're going to test you and they're going to push and poke at you. And when it comes to that Mercury trine in the middle of the month, it's going to actually make it worse because people are going to want to say things and take control or manipulate to make them have control. Got to be careful of those manipulators. You got to be careful of the manipulators because one of them is not on your side. And it may seem like they are, but they're not. So you got to be really mindful of your intuition, of your energies around you. Pay attention to those energies. But what I really, really like is at the end of the month, some of you are going to pay attention to this and this divine work that's going on inside you, this spiritual awakening, this spiritual way of thinking rather than secular. And you're going to wake it up and you're going to embrace it. And this is where the rewards come. It's not done, and that's why it's the 9. It is never done until we pass on. Okay, it is never done. However, some of you are going to start growing and moving to that next level. You're going to be transforming, and that's what divine wants. Because you're saying, okay, I do need to let go. I do need to let go of this person. They're toxic. They're not supportive. They're not helping me. They're not growing me. They don't have good intentions with me. Because at the very end of the month, you will have good intentions to move forward to a higher level. which is your positive self, your successful self, what you were designed here to be on this earth. And some of you will say, Pat, you're full of them. You're not nuttier than a box of rocks. And I ain't doing it. Have fun. Keep that low vibration going. I hope that works for you. I'm just playing with you guys. But it will keep you stuck. It will keep you stuck. And that's what I don't want for you guys. I don't want to see you stuck. I would love to see you grow spiritually to a spiritual mindset, because it will bring you peace. Why? Because I've been there. I lived a flippin' toilet-driven, sewage kind of spiraling down kind of life because it was all secular thinking. And this is what I'm on this channel for, is to grow you that way. Anyway, so this is November. This is a little bit of astrology. This is a little bit of, well, not a little bit, but a lot of the reading for a lot of you. I would love for you to come back at the end of November and tell me how your month went. It's going to be intense, guys. It's not going to be an easy month. It's going to be somebody trying to control you, or you trying to control somebody, a big decision needing to be made. Somebody's curiosity definitely is heightened about something this month. And it's almost like, I hate when people come to tarot. It's like, oh, I'm really curious. Well, what does tarot say about this? It's not tarot. It is the connection between the reader and the divine. It's the relationship that the messages and the downloads that come through that give that message, because tarot can be read by anybody. All right. But that is it. So I hope you like this. Please watch. Please watch. I'm going on to do the Halloween video next. We're going to talk about spirits and ghosts, and if we should fear them, if we not, and why we should fear some of them and why we shouldn't. But also too about the second dimension and the supernatural and paranormal. So that's the Halloween video here next, live at noon. So please check in for that. Please like, share, subscribe. If you liked this reading, this is the first collective I've done in a long time. If you like this reading, I do readings for your own sign, and I try to do them weekly because I'm working day and I've got, as you see behind me, leatherwork galore. So I'm trying to get them in weekly and live. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of December, so that I can give away a bunch of free readings, 30-minute readings, about 6 of them. So 3 coaching and 3 readings. But if somebody doesn't want to do coaching, we'll do 6 readings, whatever they want to do. So I hope you like this. I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope that you really pay attention in November with the Scorpion and Mercury energy. Definitely Pluto energy is in there as well. But I hope you have a wonderful month and to have a great Thanksgiving if you're in the United States, or celebrate Thanksgiving. No fighting. There's no reason to fight. If you can't take it with you, don't fight about it. All right. Don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. See you later and have a great, great week. Bye-bye.